This is a battle in the Cup of Nations tournament between Achilles of the Aggony clan and Stradomski, I believe he's of the VM clan. And the way this tournament works is that the players have a faction, and they're going to be, from what I understand, they're going to be using that faction throughout the tournament. So Achilles, being the lucky bastard he is, got the Huns. He's up against Stradomski. Stradomski is bringing the Jutes. You can see the build of Stradomski is consisting of 6 Nordic Horse Lords. Of course, you want 6 Nordic Horse Lords. Then he has 2 Huskarls at each side, Hirdman in the center, 1 Royal Huskarl, and 1 Viking Captain. So a very strong rush build here from Stradomski. Now, looking at Achilles, though, Achilles has... Oh god, this is so horrible. I mean, it's not horrible by Achilles, but it's just so horrible that this is... Because I agree with what Achilles has done here. This is, with a few variations, this is the most viable Hunnic build you can bring. He has 5 step lancers, dirt cheap shock cavalry. It's in front to protect his infantry. Then he has triple gold step chieftain, the only good melee cavalry for the Huns. For his infantry, he has a front line of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Bosphoran warriors, a total of 6 Bosphoran warriors actually. These Bosphoran warriors have precursors. They will do a significant amount of damage to cavalry when they throw their precursors. They have a good missile block chance, they have good armor, good health, overall solid infantry. And here come the real infantry killers, the UR warriors. The UR warriors are ridiculous. 62 melee attack, plus 20 attack against infantry, 50 melee damage. So these guys are swinging at 70 melee damage in extended combat, which means that they are almost, but not quite as deadly in close combat as Huskarls, but they also have shields. So, and better defensive stats. So, I mean, the Huskarls will destroy UR warriors in close combat, no contest. But against other types of infantry, there are some advantages to the UR warriors. So what Achilles needs to do here is Achilles needs to stop these Nordic Horse Lords from wrecking his URs. But it looks like he's going to have a fairly easy time of that, because he screened his URs with Bosphoran warriors. And he has a huge line of step lancers able to rush in and stop anything that Stradomski has. This is quite dangerous for Stradomski here, because these step lancers are super quick, and if Stradomski keeps up his deployment with the without cavalry support in the center, what could happen is that Achilles just crashes through his center and destroys him there. So Achilles wins this battle if he's able to support his cavalry fights with his infantry, and Stradomski wins this battle if he's able to get his housecarls in without getting them charged by cavalry, and then cycle charging the UR warriors. But it's not going to be easy for him, because there are so many strong infantry units on the field here for Achilles, and that is ironic as hell, considering Achilles has a Hun army. Stradomski moving up on the flanks here. But these step lancers, one of their great strengths is that they are so fast. They're able to rush around, and it looks like Achilles is getting charged here. Yep, but he manages to respond, and he manages to countercharge in every single instance. Here you can see the damage done by precursors. Charges incoming, and I don't like this at all by Stradomski. He's in range of Bosphoran warriors, he's in range of all of the infantry, while his infantry is too far away to support. And now that Stradomski has to pull out, he's losing a lot of Nordic Horse Lords. Here come the Hirdmen in to support the cavalry fights. But Hirdmen are going to get destroyed by Bosphoran warriors and by UR warriors. So let's see, here we have Huskarlar charging into UR warriors. The UR warriors should die here. Another unit of Huskarlar. Ooh, if the Nordic Horse Lords, I don't know if they're using their, I don't know if they are using their headhunt now. They need to, I think they are. So the Steppe Lancers pulled out and managed to wreck the Huskarla. Ooh, this is an intense battle here. Here we have the Huskarla up against the UR Warriors. The UR Warriors are losing, but they're going to do massive damage to Huskarla. And here we have the Huskarls as well, doing a lot of damage. The Nordic Horse Lords are losing a lot of men. Nicely done here, charging the Viking captain into the Steppe chieftain. He's attacked in the rear. He might be able to run away here, but he took quite a few casualties. This unit of Nordic Horse Lords really needs to start attacking here, because there are so many units for Achilles on the field, so much infantry. The Steppe chieftain of Achilles getting a nice charge here into the Viking captain. He got attacked in the rear. If you saw my attack in the rear video, you know how devastating that is. Just too much infantry here for Achilles. Here we have Nordic Horse Lords. They're going to be able to charge into the Steppe Lancers. Very nice rear charge here by Stradomski into the engaged backs of the Bosphorans and the Bosphorans warriors. If this Nordic Horse Lord just uses its headhunt, if it has headhunt available, it could tie down these units for a very important amount of time. Nordic Horse Lords charging into the Urs here, doing a lot of damage. Another unit of Nordic Horse Lords doing the same here. The Viking captain is running away from the Bosphorans warriors, but he's going to keep losing men here if he does this. He's not going to be able to run away. And over here, Huskarla are just cleaning house with the units. Oh, they're going to be able to get into the the Steppe chieftain. If the Steppe chieftain doesn't pull out, the Steppe chieftain is pulling out, but he's losing so many men here. This is an intense battle. Oh, the Hunnic general is dead, but look at all of the infantry left for the Huns here. The Huns have so much infantry left. There isn't really any cavalry left on the field now for the Jutes. The Steppe chieftain is dead, so it doesn't really matter that this unit dies, but these Bosphorans and these Uars charging into this blob, they're going to do so much damage to the engaged Huskarla. Hirdman won't do anything to our warriors. Bosphoran warriors wavering. The Viking captain does not get the charge against the Uars. Devastating stuff for him that he didn't get that charge. The Bosphorans getting charged by Nordic Horse Lords. Huskarla holding out here against the Bosphoran warriors. The Nordic Horse Lords just about to break here. But these Huskarla really need to get in here and support the Hirdman. And wow, this was an intense battle. It ends up with a victory, a valiant defeat, a victory to Stradomski and the Jutes. Now, I think very similar amount of men remaining. Stradomski had I quite liked Stradomski's build, particularly against the Huns, because as against the Huns, you know you're not going to face a huge cavalry threat. You know that the main problem is going to be killing UR warriors. And if you're a Nordic faction, you're not going to be doing that with archers in range. You're going to be doing that with... if you're the Jutes, you're going to be doing that only with Huskarla. So bringing 5 was a very smart choice if you look at the kills. And they're also able to rush into cavalry blobs and do a lot of damage. And for Achilles, he did a really good job with his Steppe Lancers in protecting his infantry. His UR warriors did a good job, but the only infantry they are really outmatched against in the game would be two-handed axes. So a smart decision made here by Stradomski. And I also think that this build from Achilles, let's see, 5 Bosphoran warriors, 6 UR warriors, and 1 Bosphoran infantry, together with 5 Steppe Lancers. I would have liked to see some cheap archers, actually. Take out 1 Bosphoran infantry and bring in the cheap steppe archers to damage enemy cavalry. I think that could have been very important for him. Also able to take care of enemy Huskarla and such, because against the Jutes, you probably, if you're the Huns, you're probably going to be facing Huskarla. But a great, intense battle. Both players played very well, but I have to say, Achilles is getting the short end of the stick by playing as the Huns, but we'll see more battles. I'm going to be uploading quite a few battles with Achilles' struggles with the Huns, because he's going to struggle, but he's going to pull off some really cool games. So it's fun to see. It's fun to see. I guess it's not fun for Achilles, but at least it's fun for me to see how he's able to do with the Huns. Strength and honor.